Can I ask you about that ESRI report this morning? Because it's on the front pages of all the papers this morning. The Irish Independent's headline, Generation Rent Faces an Old Age of Poverty. The Irish Times going with the home ownership rates among young working adults has collapsed in the face of rising house prices, and it's warning a greater proportion of future retirees are likely to be financially exposed when they stop working, as they will need to pay rent. This is a huge issue for people.
Absolutely, and it's one of the reasons in the last couple of years that we've been bringing forward measures to support home ownership, like the first home shared equity, which I'm sure we'll discuss, to give a lot of people, like most renters in any survey you see, they want to actually be able to buy their own home. So we need affordable housing at scale. Now we're dealing with probably 10-12 years of undersupply in housing across all tenures, both social, private and affordable. We've had no affordable homes in the last 10-12 years, and you actually see the result of that. We have over probably 10-15 years been seeing a decline in home ownership rates, and we need to reverse that decline. I'm confident we can do that. A lot of that is down to supply, but the supply of the right types of homes. So we're seeing supply, thankfully, this year turning a corner. We've seen the largest amount of housing commencements since 2011 in over a decade. The highest amount of planning permissions granted in well over a decade as well. And thankfully in the first time buyers piece, and it's tough out there, it is. First time buyers are the highest proportion of new purchases within the market last year. But we need to do more to help them, and that's why, like tomorrow, I'll be announcing the first home shared equity, which is a game changer in my view, which will be able to bridge the gap for people between the finance they have, so the mortgage approval they may have and their savings, and the finance that they need by the state taking that equity.
The state takes a share in the house,
up to
and then they can buy it back at a time of their choosing.
Yes, basically this is an equity, so it's not a second mortgage. There was the criticism at the start from some sources was it was a second mortgage you were adding on debt. It's not. It's actually a real help for people. So yeah, the state will take a stake in that home. You can buy it out or not, and so if it was a 20% stake, you can purchase that out over the course of the term, or pay it back when you sell the home. And like, I've looked at similar schemes across the world, and we've improved upon it, and this is targeted at those who really need it. So no arbitrary salary caps. It's basically showing what's affordable for you, and we're targeting about 2,000 homes per year over the next 3-4 years on this. It's the most significant, in my view, change in affordable housing policy in well over a decade.
Okay, so it is certainly interesting. So when you're and Ciara was talking about this earlier when she was presenting Lunchtime Live, a person rang in their 50s, someone who had a good job but not hugely high paid, one income in the family, renting a home, and this person was saying, once I retire, I won't be able to pay my rent.
Well, that is a big issue you see coming through the ESRI report, as well, and that's why we need things like cost rental. Like we've started cost rental, which is basically rents based on the development and management of management cost of a particular scheme. So we've tenants in place already who are paying 40-50% below market rent. Now this didn't exist in Ireland. This is a European type of renting. We'll see hundreds of more tenancies in place now this year, and why we're able to do that is the state is backing those rents, and they're secure tenancies of 40 and in some instances 70 years. So like, we need to be looking at that, particularly for that cohort of people who are getting older, who haven't been able to purchase a house over that period of time. So cost rental exists now. So it's something that...
Will it exist in sufficient numbers for those people?
That's the thing, we need to scale it up. So put it this way, last year we'd none. Okay, by the end of this year we'll have hundreds of new tenancies in place. I want to get that up to thousands. We've targeted under Housing for All about 56,000 affordable homes between now and 2030. We need them. We need private homes too, and we need social homes at scale. So the good news is this year we're gonna have about 9,000 new build social homes, which helps all parts of the market, by the way, and helps everyone by providing more supply, getting more people out of private rental into long-term secured housing. And we're targeting 9,000 new builds this year, and if we do that or anything close to it, that'll be single biggest amount of new homes and new social homes the state has ever delivered in any given year. So it's tough, it's challenging, there's no question. And I'm fully aware of all the different people who are affected by the challenges within housing. But the one message I would have for them is that we're seeing with the measures that we're taking in affordable housing that we're going to have new options for people now. Like literally from tomorrow, we have affordable cost rental in place. We'll have more social homes than we've ever had before, and we do need more private homes.
Okay,
and that's the thing. So we need to build up capacity. We're targeting 24,600 new homes this year. We'll achieve that target. We need to get up to 33,000 on average over the course of this decade, and we'll see a further step up next year.